I'm here with my man Christian. In fact, he's just come through the door because he was at the game, so he's a perfect man to speak to. Christian, before we get into the details, tell us about the atmosphere, because I've got to say, we in the studio, but the ground looked full and the atmosphere looked great.
Yeah, amazing. I don't know what it was like for Villa. Obviously, we did the watch along for Villarreal the other day, but yeah, looked sold out today. The atmosphere was there. There was a buzz. There was a proper buzz. Obviously, they read out the names before. It was loud. North London Forever was... But I'm from North London. I don't know. You get people online slating this song. You get Arsenal fans saying, I don't like it, blah, blah, blah. I'm born and raised in North London. When I hear that song, I get goosebumps. Like, I enjoy... I'm glad that song is part of Arsenal. And yeah, the atmosphere was there. It felt like a Premier League game. Yeah. It felt like the real start of the season, even though this is the end of pre-season. But I think also the buzz was there because the team... I think that's probably the team, maybe Lewis Skelly at left back, that we're going to see starting against United. Which takes me on to what I was saying last week in terms of, look, there was negatives last week. Wednesday, there was definitely negatives. I said in my fan cam there was more negatives than positives. Yeah. But I had to be real, and I also said that was 5 players away from the team that's probably going to start against United. You know, you saw Timber and Gabriel come in today, and you saw the midfield 3 completely change. Yeah. And it was a completely different team right from the start. I don't know what people have been saying. I know, obviously, when you're in the ground, it feels like a different game. But Zubamendi, in that first half, the whole game, to be honest, was sensational. The guy was so good. The ball he put into Gyökeres. I'm not going to rush ahead. You're going to ask some questions. But
no, let's get to it. Let's talk, because going into this game, man, the talk was, it was Gyokeres' day, innit, for him to shine. And when he got that goal, man, I mean, and what a goal as well. Like you said, the pass from Zubamendi, the finish from Gyokeres. Tell us about that. When that ball hit the net, tell us about what happened in the stadium.
The thing about Gyokeres, he missed a big chance just before that. Yeah, Saka cut it back, scuffed it into the floor straight at the keeper. And in my head, I'm thinking, if you're an elite striker, you go, the next chance you get, you bury it. Yeah. Because you sink or swim in that moment. You know, the fans are there to see you. A lot of tourists obviously going to be there today. It's Emirates Cup. That's just how it is. He got the loudest cheer when his name came up. The first chance he gets, he does that. I'm thinking, come on, man. Come on. I expected him to...
We was all thinking the same thing.
Exactly, yeah.
We were trying not to be too hard on him. But in the end, I think Cecil, fair play to Cecil, he said, he's got to be doing better than that.
Yeah, no, of course
and when we all said, yeah.
100% you have to be doing better. But... look, next chance he got.
Where is it? Man?
You reminded me of Lacazette. Lacazette, I don't know if you guys said the same, but Lacazette's first goal, do you remember in the Premier League against Leicester? And then he crossed it in. I think it was after like 93, 94. Yeah. I was at the game as well. And header first time, very similar goal. Lacazette didn't go on to do sensational things for Arsenal. He was a good player. Yeah. I'm expecting more from Viktor Gyökeres. I'm expecting... Look, he looks like a guy that his head's not going to drop. No. We've seen his mentality to force his way into Arsenal. And I want to see his mentality on the pitch at Arsenal. I want to see it every single game. You know, I want to see a guy that is desperate to score, is desperate to get the ball. And I thought his game after that lifted. I thought every time he got the ball in the channels, he was running in behind, he was holding it up, he was bringing people into play, he was physical. This guy is not slow. No. People want to talk about this guy being overweight, and this guy, he's not slow at all. No. He's a quick player, very, very quick. Yeah. Good with his feet, good technically. You know he can finish. And now we need to see that going into the Premier League. It's all good, this talk, doing it against pre-season against Bilbao. Bilbao are a good team, but we need to see it in the Premier. We need to see it against 100%. United.
And like you said, you called out Zubamendi, Gyökeres. I thought Saka was really good today as well. I thought he played really well. Got a goal and an assist. We've come to expect this from Saka, but even so, today he looked sharp. He looked ready to go. Anyone else impress you? Because, I mean, there are a few other players I want to mention, but is there anyone, you were at the game today, anyone else you want to mention?
Yeah, I would have mentioned Saka as well. I think he was probably our best player. I know Gyokeres is going to get the headlines, but I think Saka was our most dangerous player in the first half. A bit better from Martinelli, but still not at the level of those two. And we want all 3 of our attack firing at all times. But we were still down the right 80-90% of the time.
Tell me, what do you think of Madueke when he come on in the second half?
Good, impressed me. Yeah. Easy for his head to drop as well after missing that penalty. I know it's pre-season penalties, But with social media these days and people getting on your back, it can affect you as a man and as a player.
100%.
But I thought he came on today. He came on earlier as well, which was nice to see.
Do you think he's given the manager a decision to make? Because in the studio, we're all saying, look, he done it. Well, I'll speak for myself. I thought he did enough today to give the manager something to think about in terms of who starts next week against Man United on that left-hand side. Now, I do think that the manager, Mikel Arteta, will lean towards Martinelli. But I think there's a case for Madueke starting. What do you reckon? Maybe not.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know.
Well, the fact that you said you don't know means that there is a decision.
No, there is. If I was to predict what Arteta would do, I think he'll start Martinelli. But it wouldn't surprise me to see Madueke coming on early. A half-time sub wouldn't surprise me, which is nice to have that option. Or 50, Mikel doesn't love half-time subs, but 50 minutes, 55, a bit earlier than when we usually see him and Trossard swapped, which is usually 60, 65. But yeah, Noni did well today. Did well. One flick around the corner, which was lovely. Scored the penalty, which was nice. Looked dangerous. Declan Rice, I think, came to life in the second half.
Yeah, I thought Declan looked good.
I still want to see more from Odegaard, just a little bit. I thought there were some nice touches, but I think the Odegaard of 2 years ago needs half a second less than he needs now. I don't know how you guys felt.
I think that's a fair assessment. I think he's getting better game on game, but you're right, there's still more to do.
What was you must have spotted something wrong with David Raya today. What was it? Come on, Ori. You've had an agenda against David Raya this whole pre-season. What was it today?
No, I thought he played well today. No, but listen, man, I call it like I see it. You know me, I'm a Raya fan. He was my player of the season last season. But I do think that, apart from today, the pre-season's been a bit dodgy, man. For me, like I said, I call it like I see it. But today he was good.
He was good. He didn't have much to do with distribution, saved the penalty.
He looked a lot calmer today. In the previous games, he looked a bit rash, flapping at crosses. I still think some people disagree that the goal against Tottenham that we conceded was primarily down to him. I think he gave Miles Lewis-Skelly far too much to do in that situation. But anyway, that's gone now.
Yeah.
Today, I thought he looked back on it.
And that's the way you want it to go. You'd rather the mistakes early in pre-season, you slowly, phase out of your game towards the start, rather than the other way around. So, yeah, good positives all round today. Complete opposite to Villarreal.
Absolutely.
And look, Gyokeres has arrived.
Definitely, man. He definitely arrived. Definitely, 100%. I was so pleased for him, man, because you could see online other fans from other clubs were coming at him. People were saying, "Oh, is he going to work? This and that," making all the 002. All the trolls were coming out. So to see him get the goal and play so well after that was really, really good. Now we're stuck for time, but I do want to ask you a question. I've asked all the other contributors. You've seen all the pre-season games. You saw today. You were at the ground. You're in a great position to give this answer. How are you feeling going into that game against Man United next week? Because let's face it, that's what it's all about.
Feeling better, that's for sure. I never lost faith in this team. I know there's been a lot of backlash online and a lot of negativity, and Arteta needs to do this and do that. And I said last week Arteta needs to fix this, but I didn't doubt that he could. And I don't doubt going into the season we're going to be strong. I think people are completely writing us off, saying it's going to be a top 4 scrap. I think there's 4 strong teams in this league that could potentially win it. I think it's the most competitive.
Which are? Give me your 4.
Arsenal, Chelsea, United, and Liverpool, of course. Okay. So what am I talking about? let me redo that. Arsenal, Chelsea, City, and Liverpool. Yeah. Not United. I don't think United could win it. But on United, I think it's going to be tough.
It will
We
be.
haven't smoked United since they've been poor and we've been good. Last season, we probably should have lost away. The home game, we scored 2 set pieces. They knocked us out of the FA Cup. The season before that, we won 1-0 away when we were in amazing form. And it wasn't a convincing performance, but we got the win away. I think the game at the Emirates, that was a 3-1, where Garnacho made it 2-1, was just offside. So it's never easy against United, and I don't think this is going to be any different. I think they've done good business. I think that front 3 is looking strong now, and Bomo, Cunha and Sesko. If they bring in Baleba, it's not going to happen before the start of the season, it doesn't look like.
That's good.
It is good, but they're strong, man. Old Trafford's never an easy place to go for any team. So we have to be on it. I think if we play how we played today, speed it up a little bit, more minutes in the legs today, which is good. Gyokeres getting his goal, more confidence. I think we can go there and win, but it's not going to be easy at all.
Yeah, I echo those sentiments entirely. Christian, well said, mate. Thank you very much.